Oh, okay, that was weird. I accidentally started the camera twice. Might as well, like that first one, like seriously, I might as well take like a photo. That's how short that video is gonna be. Okay, so I didn't really have much of a low coming into this video until literally when I woke up this morning because I realized there's no football today. There's no Thursday night football. It's over. Well, Thursday night football is over. And actually, come to think of it, the regular season's ending this week. So this is huge. I mean, it does provide a few advantages though, and one of them, which is my high, is, I mean, let's be real here. Football would totally be on Saturday if it wasn't for college football going on for, the majority of the season. I had to sneeze, but I can't because it hurts so bad. Yeah, that's how bad my ribs hurt, by the way. I can't sneeze. But one was clearly coming on right there. So yeah, that's another part of my low. My ribs still hurt. On top of that, it spread to some of my back too, so yeah, it really hurts. For those of you wondering, yes, I have been taking some ibuprofen, the little green gel caplets, 200 milligrams each, and I take 4 about every 12 hours. I'll probably be taking more, as soon as I'm done recording this. Just so, I usually like to do it, it'll be about good. Actually, come to think, I think it has been about 12 hours since I've taken my last dose of Advil. So, yeah, I'm about due for another. That's convenient. Let's see. What else is there? Oh, right, I was talking about football on Saturday. Yeah, if it wasn't for college football, the NFL would totally have games on Saturday. In fact, the last couple weeks, sort of proved it. There was the weekend before Christmas, and then Christmas, and then, well, actually, we had games on New Year's Eve, but that was college football. And probably 2 of the best college football playoff games ever. I mean, by the end of both games, I had to ask, is it me or does no one in college football know how to play defense? But yeah, seriously, Saturday is totally football day. Heck, when I played football for Horseheads, we had games on Saturday. Except for that one time we had a game on Sunday, but that was because the team we played against were celebrating Yom Kippur, so I think there were a lot of Jewish kids. I think that was why. I know Yom Kippur had something to do with it. I don't know if the team we were facing were all Jewish kids, or mostly Jewish kids. I don't know. But yeah, that happened. That actually reminds me, that team in question, the year we played them, before that they had lost 2 games in 3 years and they were both state championships. Man, we were going to get hammered. And we did, but not until the second half. We were actually giving them some trouble. It was really cool. Right, I'm gonna stop right there. What was my act of kindness? Did I have one? Oh yeah, I did have an act of kindness. And that was, as soon as I got to my folks' place, I brought their garbage cans inside. Well, I say garbage cans, it's really one big garbage can and the recyclable bin. But I brought in, which is nice. So, evidently, I mean, let's be honest, it was after 4 o'clock in the afternoon by the time I got there. The garbage truck had clearly already passed. So, yeah, pretty, Wednesday's actually usually a relatively busy day for me. But here, here not so much. Because normally there's a few things I have to do, but I just wasn't able to do them. Just because, not my part, but other extenuating circumstances I don't need to get into. So, happy Thursday, everyone. And again, welcome to the first Thursday since before the NFL season started, where I'm not wearing my jersey. It's so strange. Well, actually, it's strange, but I guess it's kind of a good thing. I mean, let's be real here. It's not that remembering to put on a jersey is a difficult thing to do, but now with Thursday Night Football over, I no longer have to worry about doing that. So I guess that's one less thing I have to worry about. I mean, I'm going to have to wear it on Saturday, which is fine. You know, again, Saturday should be a football day anyway. So I'm looking forward to that. And yeah, we're entering the final week of the season. Again, I don't really know what the ramifications are from Monday's game are going to be regarding what the record of either team is going to be, much less as to whether or not I got my pick wrong or not. So until then, I'm going to leave that ambiguous until I know further as to what's about to happen. However, I will say that, well, I actually just put this as the title of my video the other day. Like, week 18 is going to decide everything that hasn't already been decided. You know, I mean, the only team that needs to be decided for the NFC is who the 7th seed for the playoffs are going to be. It's either going to, if I remember this correctly, if Seattle wins and Green Bay loses, and obviously Detroit loses, Seattle's in. If Green Bay wins and the Seahawks lose, then Green Bay's in. And if the Lions win, and obviously both Green Bay and Seattle loses, the Lions are in. Which, man, okay, it's no secret that there's a lot of teams that are considered the joke of the NFL, and the Lions are one of them. I wouldn't mind seeing them make it. I don't think it's going to happen because I think the Lions are going to be playing Green Bay. Oh, no. Oh, dear. Because, yeah, I think that is going to happen because the Vikings just played the Packers, so they couldn't play each other no team plays each other 2 weeks in a row. They're not supposed to anyway. So this should be quite interesting to see what happens. I mean, I believe the Seahawks play the Rams, which is winnable, but I don't know if they're going to do it. And the Packers are playing the Lions, which, yeah, it stands to reason that the race for the 7th seed in the NFC is going to be a big one. And then there's, for the AFC, where not for what happened on Monday, I would say everything is pretty much set in stone. But now, I don't know. I mean, listen, you guys know me. I've been rooting for the Bills all year. then the one thing I said could not happen is have Kansas City be a higher seed than Buffalo. And because of Monday night's game, I don't know what the ramification is. But if it's what I think it is, then it looks like the one thing I didn't want to see happen is going to happen. It looks like the road to the Super Bowl, at least through the AFC, is going through Arrowhead, which is the one thing I never wanted to see. I mean, I can't think of any team that's not Buffalo, and maybe Cincinnati, that can take on Kansas City at home. But I'm not looking forward to what it is. This is going to be... Ugh. Man, the one thing I didn't want to have happen to Buffalo is happening. I mean, listen. As soon as I heard that Von Miller got injured, I knew that the chances of Buffalo even going to the Super Bowl already went down a little bit. But now, man, I don't know. This is tough. Yeah, I shouldn't focus on that. I mean, honestly, from what I heard about Damar Hamlin, by the way, he's doing better. Basically he suffered from cardiac arrest upon getting hit. That's why they had to do CPR, which is serious, but, normally when you think of injuries of this magnitude, you think something, cervical, like, breathing in it, and, being paralyzed and whatever, concussion, something like that. I don't think anyone getting cardiac arrest on the football field has ever happened before. It's unprecedented. Fluke. 1 million shot at whatever happened, and there it was. So, I'm thinking... Let's say that for the sake of argument that this counts as a loss for Buffalo. For them to be the number 1 seed, they would need to beat New England this weekend. And then the Chiefs would need to lose to the Raiders on Sunday. Because then both the Chiefs and the Bills have a tied schedule. But since Buffalo beat Kansas City and therefore has the tiebreaker, they'd be the number 1 seed. Which, obviously on paper it sounds easy. But then you have to remember, the Raiders really haven't been very good all year. In fact, they've been pretty bad. Although, yes, I'm very well aware of what happened with Derek Carr and everything. And honestly, that's a load of crap. It is. Because Derek Carr is not a bad quarterback. Literally every team Derek Carr has been on, they've had poor defense. But again, defense is bad, but it's Derek Carr's fault. And not to mention, I'm sure anyone who's ever been a fan of football already knows this, but Josh McDaniels is a horrible coach. He is. He's not the worst coach. No. He's not like Adam Gase or anything. But man, he's horrible. The best thing he could ever do is be an offensive coordinator. And that's it. Josh McDaniels can't do a thing as a head coach. Anyone who paid attention to football back when he was in Denver knows this. He is a great offensive coordinator. Actually, I don't even know if he is a great offensive coordinator. When it comes to that, he had Bill Belichick as his head coach. And the GOAT, who is now in Tampa Bay, in that locker room. So, yeah, Josh McDaniels, not a good coach. And I feel really bad for Derek Carr, too. I like Derek Carr. He's a good QB. I don't know. Man, free agency is going to be crazy. during the off season. I mean, you have Lamar Jackson with his contract disputes. Tom Brady may not be in Tampa. Speaking of which, Derek Carr is going to be on the market. A lot of big name quarterbacks, good or bad, they're going to be on the market. And a lot of teams are going to be desperate for somebody. Man, it's not even, again, there's no football today. And yet, here I am talking about more football. It's crazy. I mean, I guess it's a good thing. Seriously, before I woke up this morning, I was just going to be talking about how there's no new Hot. Seriously, it's the first week of the new year, and there's no new episode of Hot Ones. Not that I was expecting one, mind you, but I believe I predicted not the 9th, but the 16th. I think that was going to be when there was going to be a new episode of Hot Ones. I mean, there may be something involving Hot Ones related today, maybe like the Q&A perhaps, or maybe they'll do the hot sauce reveal today. That'd be pretty cool. Because if they did the hot sauce reveal today, that would mean January 9th would be when season 20. There's going to be 20 seasons of Hot Ones, man. I don't know who they're going to get, but, I mean, let's be real here. It's season 20 Hot Ones. They're going to try everything they can to make this season the best that it could possibly be. I just hope they don't make the same mistake that a lot of people, including me last year, did, which is, for my birthday anyway. I said this about my birthday. When I turned 32, I did everything I could to not make it a bad birthday, instead of trying to do everything I could to make it a good birthday. I mean, 32 wanted to be an okay birthday, but only by comparison, because from turning 28 to 31, they are all horrible in some way, shape, or form. So, yeah, 32 could only be better by comparison. Then 33 was my best birthday ever. So, there you go. That happened. There's a happy hour at Liquid Shoes Brewing Company going on tonight. I'm going to go there and see. I mean, I told myself a New Year's resolution was to go out and do more stuff. So, this definitely qualifies. 6 o'clock can't come soon enough. Which is actually less than 11 and a half hours from now. And in about 24 hours from now, I'll be doing my next video. So I hope you all like this video, and if you did, like to subscribe to my YouTube channel, follow me on social media. As always, I'm very humbled to make this video for all you guys watching. Enjoy today. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful Thursday. And Thursday. I said Thursday, like Irish. And remember, if you guys want to talk or channel what you want to hear to London, and always have back. Take care and make good choices. 607 all day, baby.